Sup guys, and welcome back with some more Limbus Company, and today I am going to be playing through the 8th Walpurgis Night. I know I'm late on it, but I did want to play it before the event leaves, so as always helps out to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, always appreciated. If you didn't see me do my polls, I did the polls for the 8th Walpurgis Night like the week of the event releasing, so you can check that out. And since then, I was able to get Sinclair's ego, so we got that. We ball, but we've got the mission to do, so let's get it. I love the fact that Gregor canonically still unavailable. He is truly affected after what just happened. Okay. Oh god, I started freaking doing too much. Too much. Alright, so first two IDs are gonna be the new ones we're gonna put in there. Who am I gonna put with them? That's the question. I gotta have Sinclair in there also because I want to see the ego in action. So let's do you, and let's do you. Yes. I can rock with this. Here do we go. Time for me to read. Can I get 7 number 3 bolts? Number 3 bolts, bingo! Be right there. Quit lollygagging and get cracking, lass. We're swamped here. Behold hither. Behold! Okay. Where's that? I have espied a combination of cracks that much resembles a fixer's sigil. Oh, that's right enough out of you, you little... Huh? Did you just weave out of my smack? Thy patterns have become far too predictable. Loved on. About 2 days have passed since we wrapped up Operation Spider Pry. The OCE department was still recovering from the aftermath of the assault, and we were assisting where we could with the restoration efforts. Though, I wasn't sure what exactly we were doing here with the facility management team. I hardly expected to see you again so soon after that. Some farewell that was. Well, it can't be helped that the entire facility management team is currently on PTO. We've been loaned some LCCA personnel for the repair project, so let us make do with them. Also, Hotenheim the GOAT. The man freaking risked it all for us. I'm sure they haven't all been dragged back to the office already. What with everything that's happened? PTO is their right, and therefore it must be honored. You can't just cancel their time off after signing and approving their requests. Then why don't we just wait till they get back from their vacays? Come on. We were busting our butts out there just a few days ago. How about giving us some time off too? Not with multiple containment units still blasted wide open. There's no telling when the abnormalities reduced to their ovate forms will return. You understand. Should we face such a case without the containment units ready to operate, the entities will be wreaking havoc on our facility yet again, and we will all be dragged back to work, like it or not. I would much rather not deal with another containment breach incident so soon, especially when it's almost certain that they'll be laying waste to the boxes of snacks we prepared specifically for your return. How many boxes you got? 3. All of them 48 by 38 by 34 centimeters in dimension, the largest standard size box we have. Damn! We're in. That's all it took. Oi! Who do you ought to think you are to tell us what to do? Still, there was no point in arguing with Hotenheim when he was right. No need to needlessly drag out restoring the facility and let those abnormalities loose again. Besides, Gregor was still down for the count. Yeah, Gregor, I feel bad for bro. That transformation was some sick work. It was badass, but also, like, disgusting. I can't imagine the toll mentally and physically. Alrighty, boys and girls, I got you some cool drinks, so take a quick breather. You full of beans today, ain't it? Hey, what's not to like? They've got snacks I've never laid my eyes on before. Ooh, and come here, look at this. Ta-da! Look what I found, everyone! Raja declared as she triumphantly held up a small can. Yes, she got a brisk. She's never seen that before. What is that? I don't... Oh, this is the thing that's gonna look like the Nuka-Cola from Fallout. It was in the trailer for this Walpurgis Night. Okay, I already know that's what it's gonna be. I don't think I've seen that before either. Seriously? You never had one of these when you were little? Oh, wait. Do they not sell this stuff in the nests? Oh, I know this! It's that shaky then drinky thing, innit? Yeah, I knew you'd recognize this heat. Bruh. You're all like bloody sheltered townies. You know that? Right, take a gander at this. You know the can's gonna blow up in your face if you keep shaking it like... Oh, I know what I'm doing, Bodhi. Bodhi? That's cute. Look, I uncap the thing and... Aha! Take a sip. Huh? It's turned into jelly. Heathcliff moved from sinner to sinner, confidently handing them each a well-shaken drink. And the sinners all responded with varying degrees of astonishment, some of them even giving the can a double take. So a can of soda that turns into jelly when you shake it. I'm not huge on jelly. Like, I don't hate it, but it's not something I eat often. But that's very interesting to drink it like that. This is a condensation of carbonation itself, its structure compressed into pudding-like forms. Wowzers, it's like they took the juice of a fruit and trapped it in tiny bubbles. It's slightly too sweet, but tasty nonetheless. Huh, now this is what I'm talking about. Say, where do you get these? I couldn't get my hands on this stuff recently. As we researchers are all rather positively obsessed with new technology, that fixation translates quite directly to addiction to unique products like these. The pleasant flavor gives us a nice extra dose of motivation, of course, sometimes enough to store them in expensive stasis preservation boxes just in case we end up craving them in the future. According to our findings, the sudden paucity of this product in the mass market was caused primarily by the significant production cuts of its manufacturing plant. Despite the constant demand, it seems that the maintenance costs were far too expensive to maintain it as a large-scale operation. Actually, you know, and you're just giving these rarities to us? Blimey! That's actually the nicest thing someone's done for us in a while. Oi, you ain't half bad. You ain't half bad, Specs. You're going up on my list. No need to reevaluate the personality of my character on my account. Assistant. They're from Martin's stash anyways. Oh, Martin, huh? Without an owner to claim them, they were bound to end up collecting dust in the corner of some lost and found. GG's, Martin. If spirits do truly exist, and Martin had indeed chosen to haunt this very spot, I'm certain he would have chimed in to say, "That seems like a reasonable thing to do, boss." Once again, he wasn't wrong, but his palpable lack of concern for the feelings of those around him seemed to suggest that there was indeed no reason for us to reconsider his personality. Yep. Bloody hell, mate, you could have led with that. I think some of that went down the wrong pipe. Of course, food's not there to look pretty. I agree with Jotunheim. After all, what use are all these delicacies if we just let them sit and spoil? Has a point. It's not like we could let these tasties go bad, right? Is it that good? Oh, poor Dante. My boy can't eat or drink. You're cooked. You don't get to enjoy that. It is good, but it's not that good, executive manager. She is simply a glutton with no regard for flavor. Bzz! Damn, you calling her a chud? You know, I do feel pretty bad for Dante every time we get a chance to eat something. What with being unable to eat and all, I don't think it's something to feel bad about, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious. Muttering, I looked up to stare at Raja. Oh yeah, that really hit the spot. Somebody stop me, cause I can't. Bruh, how many are you gonna drink? Okay, well that answered my question. Downing our third can of the drink. 3? That reminds me, I had once cobbled together a Gustation simulator as a hobby project. A what? Gustation simulator? Well, as we must all be aware, energy gel is the most efficient form of sustenance. It is tiny, highly caloric, yet unfortunately makes for quite a flavorless gustatory experience. Reading 101. So I have devised a gadget that once a food item is placed and scanned in its flavor analyzer, it transfers its exact flavor profile directly to its wearer. Ayo. It is rather simple to equip and operate too. Simply wearing it on your wrist should transfer the flavor information to the wearer, but I must have misplaced it. I gotta say, that sounds pretty revolutionary for how dismissive you are about it, like it's some kind of toy you bash together. The joy must come from the invention and demonstration of the technology itself. Indeed, my fellows would, following the regular Illuminators conferences, cast their erstwhile prime inventions into boxes of miscellanea. Decent guess, but you're half wrong. I had indeed intended to distribute it to my team were it not for that single fault. What is that single fault, you ask? When worn for too long, the device would start recognizing even the mere act of breathing as eating. Every breath I took brought the rush of thick, clawing, Basque cheesecake flavor into my mouth. Okay, so it's just non-stop, just cheesecake in your mouth. Jesus. It would normally be a rather scrumptious delicacy, but when it taints the very air I breathe, it inspires nothing but nausea in my mouth, and thanks to that, I uncontrollably emptying the contents of my stomach on the floor. So it makes you nauseous and throw up because it's just constant food flavor, even if you're not in the act of eating, or like the motioning of it. Yeah, that would be rough. Hence, too much of a good thing is bad. Ew. But perhaps that should not be a problem for subjects who are not coerced to breathe by their autonomic nervous system, such as your manager. Does that mean I'll finally get to partake in Raj's food critiquing session? You get to find out what food tastes like without eating? Oh, that's a really weird thing. Does that mean I'll finally get to partake in Raj's food critiquing session during our next team dinner? By the looks of it, they seem quite excited about that prospect. Very well. I will begin my search henceforth, then... Can't have nothing nice. What are these alarms connected to this... Wait. Well, sorry. I said, what are these? Were these... Okay, read. Were these alarms connected to this facility as well? When you haven't read out loud in a while, it gets you. Indeed, every location related to Limbus Company is equipped with relevant devices to detect the arrival of Walpurgis Knights. Once the familiar green light and accompanying alarm began to blare, Faust, who had been wordlessly leaning against the wall with her arms crossed, slowly shuffled towards us. She seemed unusually exhausted, so I thought I might ask her if everything was okay, but... Have the corridor repairs progressed enough for us to explore the scenario, Hodenheim? Of course, contrary to someone who insisted that its frequency is not something we could reliably predict, I had intuited that this odd phenomenon with a taste for green illuminations would be arriving soon, and made the corridor repairs one of our high priority goals. I see, thank you. Maybe now is a bad time. That response was indeed most unexpected, completely breaks the expected behavior patterns. Dante, let us enter without delay. Huh? Well, okay. It sounded as though Hodenheim's muttered something at us the last second, but his voice was soon devoured by the sinners as their raucous chatter, accompanied by the slurping noise of drinks, guzzled down. Bow. Depressing. I got you, Ryoshi. Still got the tag on. Alright, let's continue. Yeah, let's see. We're in the welfare team section. Maybe it's blue all over because that's their main color? Chest, cheese, choosed. This place is pretty big. Oh, pretty big too. Not as big as Central Command, but this place has got a pretty high ceiling. Couldn't they have changed the actual colors or interior design of this hall? Different lights, sure, but ain't all these hallways samey looking? It's starting to get a bit old for me. I think consistency is a good thing, actually. The library also always throws something new at us every visit, and there were times when we got killed before we even knew what was going on. Forsooth, if our lives be forfeit all the time, would thou not say that they are best spent on new experiences? New experiences such as witnessing a sea color with our own eyes. Hasn't that bloke's blue sight sliced and diced you more than a dozen times, lass? Don't tell me you enjoyed every single one of them. Hey, I'd appreciate it if you guys wouldn't consider your lives to be forfeit all the same. More death equals more pain for me, you know. Well, she did enjoy it. So, despite their relative predictability, it is inadvisable to underestimate the former L-Corp's ordeals, as though they are also characterized by progressively intensifying danger levels. Danger levels? Indeed, the scenarios first began with the dawn. Then it was the noon, followed by the suppression of a, risk level abnormality. It is obvious that the ordeal following our previous encounter would pose a greater level of danger than the ordeal of noon. You must be referring to the incrementally progressive pressure we had discussed prior, Miss Faust. Yes, following the deductive mode of thinking, this ordeal must be an ordeal of Dusk. Blimey, you've certainly got talent for that spectacle. Or for spectacle. Say, you ain't in the habit of stalling, waiting for dramatic moments to drop important information, are you? Faust does not care for such useless, vain theatricalities. Jesus. I was clearly joking, lass. You didn't have to be so cross about it. I should probably sort out a few doubts for Faust to go over in our next consolation session. You better focus on the ordeal at hand first. Faust, mind shedding some more info, some more light on it? This time, well, the time will be dusk, and the color is amber. The food chain is set to appear in this ordeal. Wait, why did I start snapping? That didn't rhyme. Wait, did it? No. I'm having a moment. The food chain, as in the whole natural cycle of eat and be eaten? Why? Why is it gotta be bugs again? While I was still mulling over what Faust had just said, Radya, who had seemed to have noticed something squirming in the distance, burst into a disgusted, irritated rant. Ever since last time, it's just been one thing after another trying to gross me out. Is this also supposed to be one of the goals the so-called scenario setup? While still holding the can of jelly drink in her hand. There it goes, I've completely lost my appetite. Either finish chewing before you speak or wipe that revulsed grimace off your face if you insist on shoveling the jelly down regardless of the creature's sight. One lapse in decorum at a time. Fortunately, Executive Manager, the entity's movement speed appears notably slow. A meticulous distance measuring coupled with a methodical stratagem should allow us to neutralize the target without issue. Right, there's no need to rush. If we could just make sure to move faster than those things do, we should be fine. Yeah, it's all gonna be well. That was funny. That was fun trying to just act like a dramatic, disgusted Radya there. The Dusk of Amber, the perfect food. Oh lord. This freaking UI, bro. Gonna take me to a place I don't wanna go. Alright. BunBun Orange. Wow. Bleeding. Pierce resist. BunBun Orange. BunBun Orange. BunBun Orange. Okay. Truth be told, I haven't tried out these new units yet. This is gonna be the first time. BunBun Orange. BunBun Orange. Okay, so what do you do? Well, this is easy, so this is gonna just be like an ass whooping no matter what. Regardless of what we do, we should be able to win. You know I'm down for some sinking gaming. Start with that. I feel like it really doesn't even matter what I pick right now. It's on easy. This is the first time I get to see these animations in-game. I've had these IDs for over a week, but I've still logged in to get my, login rewards for the anniversary and such, but this is first stages I'm actually in with them. But I will say, enjoyed the story before we got into this first stage, though. The whole concept of Dante being able to finally taste food is really intriguing, though. I hope that, you know, we get to see that before we get out of this Walpurgis. But as we all know, the story for these aren't super long, but they did their job making it entertaining. And then you got Gregor just slumped over there, down for the count. But these things are about to just literally get deep fried through. Cooked, dismantled, whatever you want to say, it will be done. But this is such a badass ID for freaking Ryoshu, though. And I'm not opposed to sinking gaming, you know? I feel like it's something that I should do more of, to be honest. They said, but wait, there's more. I want to see this in real time. Oh, wait, I thought I equipped... Bruh. I thought I equipped the ego for a Sinclair. I guess it didn't equip. I wanted to use the new one and see it in game, bro. I can't believe they're taking it away from me. Well, it did me dirty. That's for freaking sure. I don't know how some freaking... I don't know how I'd feel about some soda that's like jelly. I'm gonna be real with you. Also, just thinking about that, like, it just feels kind of like... gross. Not gonna lie. Like, I'm a Reddit... Like, I'm somebody... I won't eat, like, a jelly donut or something. Like, it's just... I don't... I'm not a big jelly guy. I'm trying to think, what's something with jelly that I'll eat? Maybe like a freaking like, oh my god, another wave. Oh, we're almost done already. Maybe like an Uncrustable, for y'all that know what that is, like the sandwiches that are small, obviously no crust, and they have like peanut butter and jelly. They got like Nutella, like strawberry jam. But drinking jelly? I don't know, Chief. I don't know how I feel about that one. She's still popping off? Yeah, we're good. I think we are all good, and we can continue the story as I would like to. Please. What the hell is that? I was wrong. BunBun, not Bong Bong. BunBun Juicy Squeezer Orange. It's like my worst nightmare. What do? You a big boy. Prioritizes targets with the slowest speed. Alright. So you like to go against people that are slow. That's a little messed up, don't you think? I mean, who is the slowest on my team? I have to take a look. Once Ryoshu puts a hole, or multiple holes. Yeah, there we go. Come here, big boy. Damn, we hit you so much you actually lift that up on there. Come here. Oh my god. Okay, wait, chill out. I'm actually mad that I didn't have Sinclair's ego equipped, bro. It upsets me. I wanted to see the chainsaw go burr and just the unhinged nature of that freaking ego. My dumb self initially thought that when I was watching that trailer, I mean, y'all saw the video. I mean, for y'all that did see it, I thought it was an ID, and I got so excited. I'm like, oh, this is the best Sinclair freaking ID ever. No, it was an ego. Still ridiculously badass, and by far my favorite version of Sinclair in this game, but can't win them all, right? You want to get staggered for me? There we go. Bop, bop. Bop, 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 bop. He's high noon. Alright, anyways. Oh, you turned into a ball. Chest. Let us cook. Cheese. Choost. Chow. No garden. If you know, you know. You gonna go down? Yoshi just having a field day. Alright. It is done. Why did I think like a little PlayStation trophy or something was gonna pop up? I'm funny. Lady Angela, huh? Haven't heard that name in a while, Angela. Well, in this context, I'd be thinking of freaking Marvel Rivals Angela get PTSD. It wasn't as complicated as I thought. Eyes forward, the largest hostile remaining standing. Do not drop your guard until it's eliminated. Well, just keep ahead of that plodding freak of a turtle. Or turtle? Man, I can't. Bro, I haven't done that accent in so long, and then I was able to bring it back no problem, and then now, like, I'm having trouble bringing it back on command. Well, just keep ahead of that plodding freak of nature, and we'll be sorted. Ain't as if the bastard's spitting venom that eats you to the bone. I gotta, like, talk in it for, like, a few sentences. Besides, if that dangerous clockhead would have shoved the rest of them off to the lobby for another breather, eh? Yet it should be allowed to land, but a single blow thou shall be crunched betwixt in its jaws in dreadful haste. Young Meersalt. Or Meersalt. If you want to say it without the T. Too was co-signed to such a fate. I only asked him to slow down so we could proceed more safely. Didn't think it would turn out like that. I feel so bad. I too found myself on the verge of becoming prey to it, but Meersalt's unhesitating interposition spared me that outcome. I am indeed indebted to him. Oh, bro. So, Meersalt, the one that his Kanto's next. Bro already going through it over here. That Sephirai bloke running this place is a real sod too. Chest, was it? Kept nattering while we were busy scrapping. And now that that's over, he switched the radio off just to sort himself a coffee. Sounds about right. Maybe it's his way of saying that the best welfare perk for employees is neglect. Excuse me, less talking, more helping, do you mind? I know we all think it's an easy fight, but that thing is absolutely durable, and I have no idea how much more we have to throw at it to kill. Wait, huh? Is it a huh? Her irritated muttering spilling into motion, Ishmael swung her weapon through the air, hard against the gigantic bug's carapace. As though that had just been the blow needed to end it, the creature split into pieces, its bulk crashing into the floor into chunks. And with that, the bulbous, engorged orange pustule on the insect's back burst with a sticky, wet pop. Okay, I don't need this description to this extent. That's nasty. Spraying its content all over Ishmael. That's nasty. I don't even blame her for that face right now. This looks sick, though, the environment. Look at it. Nice. Alright. First green, now orange. You've got a knack for getting sprayed. Jesus. Are you okay, Ishi? Ugh, no. No, just stay there. This is nothing. I've been splashed with far worse out at sea. Wait a minute. This somehow smells familiar. That look. What was that? For a split second, her face brightened, just to scrunch up in a grimace. Oi, what's wrong? Ease up, Heath. Some of that stuff even got into her mouth. Just think about how awful that must feel. Taste. I mean, you probably can't even put it into words. No. No. Someone get over here and give it a taste. Will it taste like the soda? What makes you think, or the jelly? What makes you think we'd fancy a taste of that nasty goo? No, I'm not being weird or anything. It's just shocking. Oh god, that face. Shockingly rank, is it? If you're gonna croak from it, we're not daft enough to queue up and join you, yeah? If you keep kicking it like that... Ah, darn it, Heathcliff went abruptly quiet as well. Oh, I've tasted this before. What? About an hour back. Now you guys know what you were drinking. Oh, that's nasty. And Roger drank 3 of those. I found aught discarded yonder and thought to retrieve it. Oh, hell no. This is the type of thing that people be thinking about fast food places. They're like, they're using human meat. I said it's this nasty creature over here that they're using for this. Yisang silently slipped. Well, Yisang slipped gently between Heathcliff's furrowed stare and Ishmael's result nod. Resting with his hands were sheets of paper. One was a garish flyer featuring a mascot raising a soda can with an exaggerated smile. That's like the bootleg Nuka-Cola, bootleg Fallout. What's the mascot's name? Pep Boy? Somebody will say it. The other was a booklet that seemed to list up how to use tips for some sort of device. ICC3FLO. BunBun Juicy Squeezer. Orange instruction manual. Table of contents. Breeding and feeding. Exterior carapace. Vesicle harvest. Liquid extraction and storage procedures. Uh-oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's valid. That is so, this is disgusting. I'd be sick to the freaking core finding out I drank some freaking sludge from a monster and was chugging it like it was the best drink of my life. That's how people be acting about Baja Blast. Funny enough. Baja Blast. Anyways. So that means... No. It can't be. It can't. The flyer. Yeah. What does the flyer say? Go on. Shake a shake. Zing a zing. New launch. Dancing BunBun orange flavor, it says. That's the name of the creature we just killed. We've seen the can on the flyer before. The same can that's still within our line of sight. The same can that Raja's holding in her right hand. The container of BunBun's so-called can't even read, vesticles, or pulp. No. That can't be right. That can't be right. Can't be. Raja. She faint. We watched Raja unravel, eyes quaking as she muttered to herself. The next instant, the world went dark, as though the candle that had been lighting our path was snuffed out. That's disgusting. That is actually horrid. We found ourselves back in a familiar place. Hi, you're back just in time, manager. I found the Gustation simulator for you. Powered back to full along with some minor modifications, given your anatomical limitation that keeps mastication off the list of your physical abilities. But before we proceed, care to explain the cause of this collective display of nausea? No, it can't be, that can't be right. It can't be true. No, say it's not possible, no. This one seems to have completely lost her senses. Was the ordeal more challenging than expected? The ordeal itself was fine, it was just that there was another ordeal we had to... When time permits, I will need to research and develop an interpretive device for that clockwork tick-tock. This mode of communication is certainly less than inefficient. In any case, I took the liberty of installing the dancing BunBun beverage. No, I'm good. I don't think Dante want to try that anymore. After finding out what that is, I'm good. Try activating the function and see if you're able to taste it. No thanks. You're shaking your head. Is that a sign of refusal? Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, guys. Maybe this will be the only time. The absence of a mouth will feel like a blessing. Yeah. Definitely. That was disgusting. Nice. Sorry, I had to. You know. Damn, that was short and sweet as usual. That was good. That was good. I like that one. You know, it's funny enough. I'm recording this and I'm low-key nauseous. I think we'll call it there with that, because I just wanted to do the story portion on camera. That was disgusting. You know, you never know what you're putting in your body. You never know the source of where it comes from. Your favorite meals from your favorite places most likely have some horrid stuff in there. Legal, but horrid. Or is it legal? Anyways, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Much appreciated. I'm glad I was able to get this done. Should have got this done days ago, because these events are never long and it's pretty easy to do. I mean, when you're doing the easy mode, the hard mode's a whole nother thing, obviously. But I wanted to do the story portion of it, which was fun. So thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully your polls went well. If they didn't, you got a few days left, right? I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you guys for new Limbus trailers and such when they drop. So I appreciate you. Love y'all. Stay safe. And as I always do say, don't do crack.
Be sure to subscribe to the Special K Experience if you enjoyed this video. If not, you're going to Femboy IHOP.